Hello, is this Domino's Pizza? This is Brad Pitt. I would like 10,000 sardine pizzas delivered to my house in Beverly Hills. Oh. Good evening, America. Everybody knows that imitation is the highest form of flattery. But did you also know that it's also one of the highest forms of global domination? I mean, think about the power that celebrities have in this country. Oprah is one of the most powerful women in the world. Why? Because an hour a day, 5 days a week, she's adored by lonely housewives and my unemployed, drunk-ass Uncle Ted. And as I understand it, the musician Bono is researching methods on singing in such a high falsetto key it will eliminate all cancer, or something like that. Think of how many people would trust and respect me if they mistook me for George W. Bush. Okay, that's not a good example, but you get the point. We're thinking over here at Triangle headquarters. Who says good ideas can't come to those smoking crystal meth out of a pop can at 7 in the morning, watching Invasion of the Body Snatchers on AMC? Hey, who are you guys supposed to be? You look like Catholic school dweebs.
Greetings, America. I think I'm gonna take over the world. Even though I got a 15-minute show at 11 o'clock at night and a viewing audience that only consists of my drinking pals. Delusions of grandeur. Woo-wee!
Oh, I get it. You know you guys are supposed to be my minions. I hate you.
Welcome back to American Storytellers. Today we resume with Chapter 12 of Sleuths, Brews, and Dudes, Tales of College. When we last left off, Tim, Rick, and Mike had settled the dispute of whose turn it was to pay the electric bill by a night of hard drinking. We would pick up again at their apartment. Timothy woke at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon with the taste of cigarettes and stale old Milwaukee on his tongue. He lazily walked into the living room, only to be greeted by his roommate, Michael. Michael stood curiously stiff, in shock, eyes glued to the floor. "What the F?" exclaimed Michael. Timothy brushed off Mike's comments and waltzed into the kitchen, craving corn pops and coffee. "Do you know about this dude?" Mike inquisited. Once again ignoring the dismay of his roommate, Tim posed the question. "Did you go home with that fat girl? 'Cause if you did, I'm telling everyone." Just then, Richard popped his head in and said, "Did someone say fat?" He stopped his sentence midway and caught wind of the foul air. "Ew, what is that god-awful smell?" "Somebody puked all over the floor," Michael cried. "Who would do such a thing?" A shocked Rick pondered. Tim stiffened at these words. "Did I puke all over the floor?" he thought to himself. "I don't remember puking all over the floor." "Well, whoever did ate macaroni and cheese," Mike screamed. "I don't even like macaroni and cheese." Rick was still overpowered by the putrid stench. "It may look like macaroni and cheese, but it smells like balls!" Tim sunk lower into his chair. He felt the shame of 10,000 sweatpants erections. "Do you know who puked all over the floor, Tim?" Mike asked. He did not want to sound too accusatory. Tim fished for an answer. Any answer would do. Maybe it was Todd. Mike and Rick knew full well it wasn't Todd. "You're saying Todd broke into our house during the middle of the night, puked all over our floor, and then left?" Mike was now sure it was Tim. Tim nervously entertained this idea. "Well, you know Todd. Remember the time he peed in the—" "Did you do it?" Mike interrupted. Tim was shocked at his roommate's brash directness. Rick sidled up to Mike. "Yeah, did you do it?" The tension mounted. Tim's fists clenched in rage. All of this finger-pointing was starting to piss him off. His voice raised. "No." "Then who did?" Mike asked, though he was certain of Tim's criminality. Tim buried his face in hands, struggling to retort. "It was the dog. Mike's face became as red as a monkey's bottom. Tim's denial was only escalating his rage. We don't have a dog. Tim bulleted back with a "F you." The opponents on both sides converged, face to face, staring, trying to break each other down into confessing just who puked all over the floor. Each man channeled their caveman ancestors, a testament primordial man. This was not about vomit, no, it was about pride. Which man could hold his ground? Slam! As if the pastry could not take the heat of the confrontation, Tim's Pop-Tart leapt from cauldron toaster, causing Mike to flinch. Tim was victorious. Even though all three men had fingered the culprit in their hearts, justice had laid down for power. The pride war had been fought, and this time the gods had lost to Titans. Get out of my way, Tim said snidely as he shoved his roommates. The chockerific morning treat was his trophy. Just then, Mike had lost his balance, and splat! His face splashed in the pile of acidic evidence. Gross! Gross indeed. Stay with us for next week on American Storytellers, when the trio will go through an epic journey through their sofa cushions to find the mythical remote control used to quell the beast known as TiVo. Until next time, I'm Peter Scoop, and this has been American Storyteller.
Greetings, America. Welcome to another edition of the Impression Showdown. At first, we were a little reluctant to do a sequel to a bit with such a thin premise, but after receiving literally 6 letters, one not written in Nick Oleg's handwriting, we decided, what the hell? It's not like we can do much better. And so Nick is here to defend his crown in hopes of winning this can of pre-opened mystery chips and a kiss from this highly paid, attractive girl. Standing in his way, however, is Julie Van Grohl. Her imitation skills are a force to be reckoned with. Word has it her Cameron Diaz impression is so accurate, she's had phone sex with Justin Timberlake 4 times without him even noticing.
That's no bullshit, people.
Her goal is to dethrone the champion and earn herself this pre-opened can of mystery chips. And also make out with the highly paid attractive girl. Nick, our first contestant.
Wait a second, I didn't agree to anything.
Whoa, hold on a second, sister. You haven't won a damn thing yet. Besides, there's no time for petty griping. We're running on short time tonight. Ole, get up here now, damn it. You get that list of impossible impressions? Are we a bunch of diabolical pervs or what?
What did you say?
I said, let's get this stupid bit over with, pencil neck. You ready? Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Easy. Hey, I don't need instructions to know how to rock.
Would you let me finish? Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force with a bad case of laryngitis.
Okay, Hey, get out of my frickin' pool there, meat man. Ow.
William H. Taft.
I think I was the president that was so fat I got stuck in a bathtub. I might have been Garfield, though. I can't remember exactly.
Jessica Alba.
I starred as a stripper in the movie Sin City. You'll have to excuse the quality of my voice. It's phlegm season in Hollywood.
Pat Summerall.
This game is turning into a blowout, John. Hand me the flask before I lose my buzz.
You fool, we nearly broke him.
Just try the next one.
My Uncle Irvin.
Tim, this is your Uncle Irvin speaking. Quit being a jerk by giving your friend extremely difficult impressions to do. P.S. Your mother tells me you still wet the bed every night. Yours truly, Uncle Douchebag.
Andrew Ridgely.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the other guy from Wham, dumbass. Read a book, will you? Jeez. Well, that was disappointing. Julie, would you give us the pleasure of giving us your wonderful impressions?
I guess so.
Break a leg, toots.
Rosie Perez.
You don't even know who I am? I wasn't do the right thing.
Fantastic.
Joey Lauren Adams.
And I was waiting for Kevin Smith to call me back, and he hasn't called me back yet since chasing Amy.
Good. Lois Griffin.
Peter, you're drunk and you're supposed to be watching Stewie.
Ooh, that was fantastic. Drew Barrymore.
First things first, I really think that Jimmy Fallon is a funny guy. He's so funny, and I know people don't think so, but he is.
Wonderful, darling, wonderful. Frances McDormand from Fargo.
Yeah, who's your friend over in the wood chipper there, huh?
Okay, folks, I don't think there's any need to deliberate. The victor and new champion of the Impression Showdown, Julie Van Helsing.
Big girl.
You said it, babe. Hey, guys, let's bring out that highly paid hot chick and let's get this ceremony underway.
Oh, wait, this is...
And get her that food, the tater tots, or what the hell we're giving her.
This is ridiculous. Why couldn't I have an attractive male to kiss?
Julie, we're on a tight budget here. And the highly paid, attractive girl didn't get that title for nothing, if you catch my drift. Besides, we all wanted to hire a highly paid, attractive man, but we didn't have money for both. So please, be a trooper. Make out with that girl.
Well, since you put it that way.
Wait a second. I think I know what's going on here. You creep, you just want to see two girls making out. That's it.
The better contestant won, Nick.
No, I'm onto something here. That's why you sabotaged my routine with those impossibly difficult impressions. Then you let Julie get away with her best material. You just want to see two girls making out.
Dear God.
Oleg, you're just bitter because you don't know who the other guy from Wham is.
That may be so, but I still demand a do-over, damn it. This is an affront to my pride as an impressionist.
The only pride you know is the gay kind. Now let these chicks make out. We don't have that much time in the show left.
No, that's ridiculous. There's plenty of time left in tonight's show.
Begins our odyssey, and we begin our odyssey, and so begins our odyssey. The aria is bleeding, oh, and the boyish voice is leaving. I bet an evil